My manager fired me for showing up 5 minutes late. Looking back, it ended up saving my life. In 8 years, I had never once been late. Then one morning, I walked outside, turned the key in my car, and nothing happened. The battery was completely dead. I immediately ordered a rideshare, but it took nearly 20 minutes to arrive. As I sat in the back seat, I couldn't stop staring at the clock on my phone. Every passing minute felt like a countdown. My boss, Terrence, had one rule he cared about more than anything else: never be late. He called it respecting the company. Halfway there, the driver missed an exit. The mistake added another 4 minutes. Please, I begged. I'm going to lose my job. He simply shrugged. The GPS rerouted me. I wanted to yell. Instead, I sat there helpless, watching the minutes disappear. I rushed through the front doors at exactly 9:05. Terrence was already standing in the lobby with his arms folded, almost like he'd been waiting just for me. He glanced at his watch. Glad you could finally make it. Still trying to catch my breath, I started explaining what had happened with my car. He held up a hand. I don't need excuses. I need accountability. I need commitment. Now follow me. He marched me onto the main office floor. Every employee looked up. 40 coworkers watched as I walked past their desks in complete silence. Terrence stopped in the middle of the room. Then, loud enough for everyone to hear, he announced, "Take a good look. This is what happens when someone doesn't respect this company." My face burned with embarrassment. "It was only 5 minutes," I said. "My battery died. It won't happen again." He smiled the way adults smile at children who don't understand the rules. "You're correct. It won't, because you don't work here anymore." For a second, I thought I had misunderstood him. "You're firing me over being 5 minutes late?" He didn't hesitate. "I'm firing you because after 8 years, you still couldn't show enough respect to arrive on time." One of my coworkers, Linda, stood up. "Terrence, she's never been late before. Not once. Maybe this deserves a warning." He slowly turned toward her. "Would you like to leave with her?" Linda quietly sat back down. No one else spoke. Terrence nodded toward the security guard. "Escort her out. She has 10 minutes to Sappy. Collect her belongings." I packed 8 years of my career into a single cardboard box, while the office watched without saying a word. Terrence stood nearby with his arms crossed, looking completely satisfied. As I finished, he said, "Hopefully your next employer succeeds where I failed. Maybe they'll teach you the importance of punctuality." The security guard walked me to the parking lot. I climbed into my car and cried. For 45 minutes, I couldn't even start the engine. My hands wouldn't stop shaking. Mascara streamed down my face. Eventually, I called my sister. I could barely speak through the tears. She interrupted me. "Come here, right now." I drove to her house, still crying so hard I could hardly see the road. I sat on her couch with the cardboard box beside me. 8 years, I kept saying. 8 years, and he humiliated me over 5 minutes. She made me a cup of tea. She held my hand. She let me cry without trying to fix it. I don't know what I'm supposed to do now. My rent is due next week. I still have student loans. I never built savings because I thought my job was secure. Trying to distract me, she turned on the television. The local news was already playing. Then she suddenly gasped. I looked up. My office building filled the screen. Police cars, ambulances, emergency lights everywhere. Across the bottom of the screen flashed the words, "Active shooter, reported downtown." My hands trembled as I grabbed the remote and turned up the volume. The reporter said a former employee had entered the building carrying a weapon roughly an hour earlier. There were already multiple victims. Live footage showed terrified employees running outside. Some were crying, some had blood on their clothes, some collapsed as they escaped. Then I saw Linda. Paramedics were helping her into an ambulance. She was covered in blood. The reporter explained the attacker had gone straight to the 4th floor, my floor. My desk sat only about 15 feet from the elevator. The early reports said the intended target appeared to be a male supervisor in his 50s. Terrence was 53. My entire body started shaking. My sister had to steady me.